Hey everybody, the Great Dino Ranger here again, back with another video. Today is not a review, but I kind of thought, I collect a lot of Mattel Jurassic World dinosaurs, but I'm not sure if any of you know. I mean, you probably do after seeing a bunch of other videos of mine. But there were some other dinosaurs that I did collect Jurassic Park wise, but they were from various other companies such as Kenner and Hasbro. And I have this huge bin here on tons of dinosaurs that I've collected throughout the years, more like in my childhood years. Yeah, these are just all the ones that I've pretty much collected. All these being Kenner and from Hasbro. But I kind of thought we'd just go through the bin to see, what kind of cool goodies are in here. So I'll just kind of start picking random. Here's the Hasbro Velociraptor Blue from the very first Jurassic World. And yeah, we all know how good Hasbro did their toys back then, right? But yeah, this is the blue. It has a cool looking headset. I will agree with that, and it has like the JW logo, but definitely not a very accurate looking blue. Mattel has done a phenomenal job with all their figures they've been providing us, and this is what Hasbro gave us. So yeah, not a very good blue, I would say. And then yes, this was Hasbro's versions of the Raptor Squad. So it came in like a huge 4-pack of these gigantic raptors that were not in scale with humans at all. So some of these, I'd probably use them as Utah Raptors, but for these to be actual Jurassic World Raptors, primarily the Raptor Squad, these ones are not that good either. They're kind of made of like this more cheaper plastic, and they didn't even give them the accurate toe claws that raptors have. And this one, I lost the arm somewhere, but this one's supposed to be Velociraptor Charlie. Then here is Velociraptor Delta. Delta was usually portrayed having the more circular pupil, more like the Jp3 Raptors. And so yeah, this one's not really accurate to Delta at all. It's more brown than green, and no toe claw. So, and then here is Echo, which is going to be the same sculpt as Blue. And then we have Blue herself. You can even see the blue striping it has, which was like used for like some sort of like light LED thing that you shined on in the back, and it showed like a hidden texturing pattern, stuff like that. But yeah, this is blue. Mattel has given us much better blues than this. And then here are I think these are called the Basher and Biters. These are like the smaller type dinosaurs, even though none of these dinosaurs from Hasbro are really in scale anyway. This is the Allosaurus. So this marked my first Allosaurus toy from any kind of Jurassic Park toy line. So this one was very special for me at first, and it is kind of special now. It is a pretty unique sculpt, but we've gotten so many awesome Allosauruses now from Mattel. They kind of blow this guy out of the water. But yeah, the Basher and Biter Allosaurus. Then here we have the Basher and Biter Pachycephalosaurus, which I will say this one probably has a better looking head than Mattel's. Mattel's are good, but they're kind of wide. This one is more thin and kind of resembles the Lost World Pachy just a little bit. But this one's actually not that bad. It's just, it kind of has like a more simpler paint scheme, and not something that you would see in the movies. But this one is actually not that bad, if I'm going to be honest with you. So this one is probably one of Hasbro's better figures. And then here we switch all the way to Kenner from Hasbro. This one is not an old childhood figure I have in here. This one is one of the most recent ones. I got this on my trip to California. You've already seen a video on that, but I put it in here because, you know, it belongs with all the Kenner dinosaurs, the Cosmosaurus. It's a really nice looking figure. I hope Mattel makes this species in the future. And here is the Lost World young or juvenile Triceratops. Very nice figure, I would say. All of Kenner's figures are usually pretty nice. You know, pull the leg back for head movement. This one I found at a flea market, I believe. Then, yeah, this is from the Chaos Effect line, from the, like, right around after the Lost World, I believe. But this is the Ankylosaurus mixed between Ankylosaurus and Pteranodon. This one I also found on the flea market. Pretty cool. The only thing this thing was missing was the tail spike, but you know, it's still able to work. But it's a pretty nice looking hybrid pterosaur. It'd be nice to see a hybrid pterosaur in the actual Jurassic franchise, movie-wise. So yeah, this one's actually a pretty fun one that I'd played with a lot. Jumping right back into Hasbro, here we have the Jurassic World. I even forgot the name of these. This is the Dimorphodon, a gigantic Dimorphodon. I mean, for other kids, it might be good size, but if you're scaling it down with humans, this thing is huge. And I believe, yep, still makes noise. So, you know, this one was pretty special to me too, because it's like my first Jurassic Park Dimorphodon, you know, of all time. And then obviously Mattel has probably given us better ones anyway. And then this one was also another special one of mine. You know, like I said, this is our first, you know, Jurassic Park marine reptile ever since it made its first appearance in the first Jurassic World. So this one was pretty likable at first, but then once Mattel's came, yeah, that one was obviously much better than this one. But you know, this made for a nice, you know, generic size mosasaur, and even has the like battle damage feature very similar to a lot of Mattel's. Push that down, and this, and a lot of these action features don't even work. You'd pull this down and the jaw will snap, but doesn't even work anymore. Now this one is a very special one of mine. This is a Jurassic Park Dinosaurs Triceratops. These figures were out like in Toys R Us or other kind of stores back then, but I was very little when these were out. If those toys were still here right now, I'd have probably all of them. But this Triceratops is very special to me. This is like my first Jurassic Park Triceratops. I use this guy a lot, hence the battery is not working anymore. But yeah, I love this Triceratops. It works. It served me well, I guess you could say. But you know, I still enjoy it to this day. And then here we have from Hasbro. Hasbro did Jurassic Park 3 and the Jurassic Park Dinosaurs line, as well as Jurassic World. But this is the Jurassic Park 3 React Attack Pteranodon. I believe that's what it's called. And this one's a pretty nice Pteranodon. It represents the Jp3 versions very well. The hinges on mine are very loose, and it's nice to have articulation on the legs as well as the wings individually. Something that Mattel doesn't give us very often, but they have done something like it. And this one used to have sound, but batteries ran out. So this one made a very nice Pteranodon for me. And then we also got humans here. We have the old classic, Series 2, I believe, Dennis Nedry. He's missing his arm. Well, it's not missing. It's the part where it connects into here broke, so it won't stay on there. I remember getting this for a birthday one time. The parents got this online, I believe, from somewhere. But yeah, as you can see, I really enjoyed playing with this guy. Not a very accurate looking Nedry, but definitely a fun one because, you know, this was like the older type of figures. And we have another one. This is Skinner, one of the Evil Raiders. These ones I really do enjoy because they're new characters and they can bring up some really nice storylines when you're playing with these toys, such as these guys being poachers, you know, hunting dinosaurs. And they were the villains. He's missing his arm thing. I found this guy at a flea market. And it'll be cool to get his bike too at some point, whenever I can find that. But I'm still missing, a Dr. Snare. He's one I also want too, but you know, Skinner works as a villain. And then this is the Jurassic World, like electronic Dilophosaurus. This one again is another pretty decent figure from them. It's got some nice sounds to it. And then if you pull the tail down, it like striked and shot like a projectile out of its mouth to be the venom. So yeah, really cool one. I have like 2 of these, so I'll only really showcase the one. So yeah, I have like the other one right here. Doubles of them. And I also have this one, part of the like Hasbro's hybrid line. This one, I really love the colors. This one's obviously based off of the Jurassic World, the game, like max level Dilophosaurus. But yeah, I really enjoyed the colors on this one. They kind of match for like a hybrid looking Dilophosaurus, I would say. Kind of very chaos effect a little bit. And then here we have another Jurassic World hybrid. This is supposed to be just a generic Raptor. I don't know why they call these hybrids when these are just based off of the Jurassic World the game, maxed level versions. So this is like a Velociraptor. Obviously it's missing like the spikes, but they pretty much got the main colors down. This one used to have noise. I remember getting this guy at Walmart. I remember seeing all the older Jurassic World figures at Walmart, and now it's like dominated by like Mattel and stuff like that. But you know, it's a interesting Raptor. We got some more humans here. Here we got Carter in his motorcycle outfit from the Lost World. I found this guy also at a flea market. It was just him by himself, so he didn't come with his bike or anything. But you know, he's a nice looking, you know, just random mercenary just to use to get eaten by the dinosaurs. And here we have the older classic Kenner Ian Malcolm. This is one that my dad gave to me. He had this when he was a kid. And yes, there is dirt on him. I played with him a lot. I played with a lot of these a lot more than I do with Mattel's. But yeah, Ian Malcolm. And here we have the Jurassic World Hasbro Owen figure, the one human figure that Hasbro made for the Jurassic World line, and it's only this one. So it was cool to have him compare with the Kenner figures since this was before Mattel. Yeah, very kind of decent Owen figure. Mattel has definitely made better ones. And then here we have, again from Kenner, the Jurassic Park Dino Trackers line, like these people who would capture dinosaurs on the mainland, which is kind of something Mattel, I think, should do since dinosaurs are all over the world in the Jurassic World movies. So that'll be pretty cool. But this is T-Rex Turner, the leader. Found this guy at a flea market also. Just doesn't come with any of his gear or weapons. Hopefully you guys you're hearing me okay. It's kind of windy where I am right now. And here is the Hasbro Jurassic Park 3 Paul Kirby. Nicely done figure. Look, I'm kind of curious to see if Mattel would make any of the Kirbys. But if not, you know, these guys are the same size as Mattel's, so, you know, either way, I got a Kirby. Nice figure. Found this guy at a flea market as well. A lot of these are like from flea markets. And here is the old classic Kenner electronic Dilophosaurus. Where I found this guy, it's just him like this. He did not come with a frill. I mean, I know that the real toy did, but when I found this guy, it did not come with a frill. But, you know, it's a nice looking feature, a nice looking Dilophosaurus actually. Pretty nice. And here we have the older Kenner, the Lost World Spinosaurus. Yeah, wow, this is definitely not an accurate Spinosaurus at all. And obviously this was Lost World, so this is before the Spinosaurus even made its appearance in Jurassic Park 3. Oh, this guy's still making noise still. But yeah, a very old and odd looking Spinosaurus. This is like the classic Spinosaurus, guys. Like, before we didn't even know very much about it other than the sale, so kind of weird how Spinosaurus almost like originated from stuff like that. Speaking of Spinosaurus, here we have the Jurassic World Basher and Biters version. You know, this one's it's small, so it's not accurate at all. But it's kind of similar to the Jurassic Park 3 design, kind of, not really, but you know, it's a decent one. Not perfect. Mattel's made much better Spinos, but this one it's decent. And here we have the Hasbro Jurassic Park Dinosaurs line Dimetrodon with a very nice rubbery sail. I can't wait to get the Dimetrodon for the Mattel line from Dominion. I really enjoyed seeing those guys in the films. You just pull the leg back and open its mouth. Found this guy again, flea market, so it didn't come with any other accessories. Here we have another Dino Tracker. This is Harpoon Harrison. I only have these two, so I'm missing Jaws Jackson. So eventually, if I do find him, definitely gotta pick that one up. But it's cool to have generic capturing people, you know. And then this one, probably from one of my favorite Jurassic Park toy lines when I was a kid. I don't even know what you call these, like 2009, 2011 Jurassic Park toys that were like exclusive at like Toys R Us. This was like the Raptor I got, same mold as the React Attack version from Jurassic Park 3. This one is gonna need new batteries. You know, you can see all the paint scuff on the nails and stuff. Played with this guy a lot as a kid. I do love the colors. The colors are awesome on this thing. This Jp3 Styled Raptor. And yes, the head did fall off at one point, so I had to kind of glue it on. But you know, a very nice looking Raptor. I really enjoyed this toy line. Sadly, I didn't get a whole lot. And then here's the Jurassic World Hasbro Basher and Biters and Coelophysis. This one is actually a pretty nice one. It's not accurate to the Jurassic World versions in terms of design. This is kind of just like a random take on an Ankylosaurus. And this one I actually really enjoyed when I first got it, because, you know, like I said, this is the first Jurassic Park Ankylosaurus toy we've ever gotten. So I actually enjoyed it a lot. It made for a nice Ankylosaurus to add to the Jurassic Park collection. I do like the pose on it too, the defense pose. So yeah, I kind of enjoyed this one a lot. And if you notice any B's or any initials on them, I put my initials on these figures when I was a kid. Don't know why, but I don't know. I just kind of did. Here is the very old classic young Tyrannosaurus Rex or juvenile Tyrannosaurus Rex from Kenner from the first Jurassic Park. This one I got from some sort of like a yard sale or garage sale type thing that I did at my elementary school. So I had this guy for a really long time. A kid there, when I did the whole selling thing in my elementary school, one of them had this dinosaur, and they actually ended up saving it for me because they knew I loved dinosaurs. So yeah, I've had it ever since. The paint, again, is very scuffed on here, so it's not in very good condition, but it's very nice to have a rubbery feeling T-Rex, and it makes for a nice, you know, young T-Rex compared to like Mattel's. And then here we have another one. This one I found at a flea market, the old classic Kenner Stegosaurus from the first Jurassic Park. Very odd looking face on this one, but it's a nice looking render or representation of the dinosaur, since this was way before Stegosaurus even made its appearance in the Lost World, with the only 2 spikes on its tail. But you know, it's very rubbery, and it's a classic Stegosaurus. Speaking of Stegosaurus, here we have the Lost World version, which is 10 times better than Kenner's first representation. This one, again, at a flea market, very nice representation of the Lost World Stegosaurus. Yeah, I like this one a lot. Mine is missing a couple of like extra plates, one right there and then one right there. Everyone's always missing this one, right? But yeah, very nice looking Stegosaurus. We're not going to get through every little thing in here, mostly just all the Jurassic Park dinosaurs. Here is the classic Jp3, no, not Jp3, sorry, the first Jurassic Park Velociraptor from Kenner. Found this guy at Comic-Con, and it's a very nice looking raptor. Not the best representation in terms of the head, but you know, this is what a lot of people had when they were a kid, when the movies came out. So, you know, I kind of had to get it when I saw it. And here is the other classic raptor from the first Jurassic Park movie from Kenner. This one my dad had when he was a kid. He gave this to me. This actually pretty much marks the very first Jurassic Park toy I ever gotten at all. So this one is obviously very special to me. Still makes noise. Not even sure if you'll be able to hear that. I don't know, but it's really cool. And then there's the tip of the tail that's always missing with this dinosaur. I've seen tons of people on YouTube have this same dinosaur and have the tip of the tail always missing. And here we have another Jurassic World Basher and Biters. This is the Stegoceratops. This one I really enjoyed. It's based off a hybrid that was supposed to appear in the first Jurassic World movie, and I would definitely love to see it return in a future installment for the franchise. It would be nice to see a toy from Mattel. Theirs was going to look so cool if they made this dinosaur. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one a lot. Very unique looking hybrid, I would say. And this was my first toy from Hasbro for the Jurassic World line. And here we have the Kenner Jurassic Park Pachycephalosaurus. Flea market as well. Then we have the Kenner Coelophysis. Found this one at a flea market. It was only just this one. Still haven't found the other one that comes with it. But, you know, they're cool little dinosaurs, and they actually kind of fit with Mattel a lot, in my opinion. It'd be nice to get Mattel's version of a Coelophysis at some point. But yeah, really nice little Coelophysis figure. And here we get Tim Murphy, another one from my dad. And, you know, same with this Ellie figure, also from my dad. So I basically have pretty much the original cast, at least the main three, Ian and Ellie and Grant. And here we have the Jurassic Park 3 Hasbro Alan Grant, which, you you know, when I got this, I didn't use it as Dr. Grant. I used it as just a random explorer. And plus, whoever had this before I did, painted blood on there, so it actually works for Jurassic Park. I can make it be attacked by raptors or a Dilophosaurus, or even compies, if you will. Yeah. And then I'm assuming, I'm not sure if this is the real one, but I can't tell if this is supposed to be the Lost World Ian Malcolm figure. This might be that one, like, cheaper looking set, if anyone remembers that. I don't know if any of you guys who stick around long enough to see this video, if this is the actual Lost World Ian Malcolm, let me know in the comments. I have no idea, but it looked cool, so that's why I got it. And then here's the classic Alan Grant figure, also from my dad. And then this is I believe it's I'm not even sure what these were. These belong with like that Jurassic Park G.I. Joe crossover thing. Here we got like a random mercenary, that I would say. So, you know, very good getting eaten by a dinosaur material right here. But, you know, it's a cool looking character, I would say. And then here we got another classic Dilophosaurus from Kenner, the one that sprays water. This one no longer does it. It's such an old figure. Found this at Comic-Con also. Same with the regular Raptor and the Spino, the Lost World Spinos, and I also found this guy. And here we have the Lost World Eddie Carr, also flea market. So yeah, it doesn't represent Eddie Carr from the movie at all. Hopefully Mattel will give us one from the actual movie. But you know, this makes for, if it's not Eddie Carr, it makes for an awesome, like, you know, Jurassic Park Explorer. And here we have the Dilophosaurus from like that Toys R Us Jurassic Park toy line. Probably one of my favorites when I was a kid. I just love the colors on it, and I still do. Very nice, nicely done, and also works still. Even this button. So yeah, very nice Dilophosaurus. And then here we have from the same toy line, Billy Brennan. They came with his hang glider, which I don't have with me. It's in a separate bin. But, you know, I always used this as Billy Brennan, and obviously I played with him a lot. Paint scuff all over the place. Be nice to get a new refresh Billy Brennan figure from Mattel, hopefully down the line. And then here is the Hasbro Jurassic World Dino Hybrids line. This is like, I forgot what this was called. I think it was just Tyrannosaurus Rex. Kind of a lame name, but it's supposed to be some sort of hybrid T-Rex. And obviously, not to mention the very ugly looking sculpt for the T-Rex. Looks nothing like a Jurassic Park T-Rex. Of course, when I first got this, you know, this was pretty awesome. Oh yeah, there you go. You got the little spikes there. Still makes noise. You know, but I enjoyed it a lot. It's kind of unique. I will tell you one thing though. Hasbro did paint their dew claws, unlike Mattel. And then, not to mention those screw holes. Who loves screw holes, right? Anybody who's been collecting Jurassic Park figures understands how terrible those screw holes were. And I actually agree now that I've been used to Mattel for so long. But this guy is a pretty nice one. I don't really plan on getting rid of it. You know, it's an older figure that I liked. That might be it. The only thing I could really find left are like all these like little mini dinosaurs from the Jurassic Park lines. I have tons of these. I have quite a few T-Rexes, a bunch of Raptors of various colors. I have a couple of Spinos, which are pretty cool. You know, so like here's that Aqua Spino right here. Which I do have the scuba diver that came with this one. He's actually up in my room. All of his pieces were starting to fall off, so I kind of had to put him together and have him like lean against something in my room, so I haven't really been able to like grab him. But if any of you guys know all these toys, you'll probably know what scuba diver guy I'm looking for, or I was talking about. Be nice to get into a scuba diver guy from Mattel if they ever made one. Yeah, I think that's really pretty much it. You know, just a bunch of these smaller dinosaurs, and everything else in here is like Matchbox and Hot Wheels and vehicles and other various dinosaur sets from other things. But I was just doing Jurassic Park today, so that's pretty much everything from the bin. Yeah, and there were some other figures that I also have that were not in this bin. Those being number one, the large like Gulper Rex or Bull T-Rex, whatever you want to call it, from the Toys R Us Jurassic Park toy line, like the orange and gray T-Rex. That one I also have in my room. It is currently laying under my bed, and it's kind of impossible to get due to a bunch of boxes and other heavy things in the way. But it's definitely, that one has been, well, first let me just show a picture to what I'm talking about. Yeah, so that's the T-Rex I still have. That one's been probably like my main T-Rex I've always used as a kid, my main Jurassic Park T-Rex. I always thought it was kind of a little too big, but you know, that T-Rex again served me well, just like all of these figures did, along with that Triceratops. Other figures I also have currently are the Stomp and Strike T-Rex from Hasbro, the electronic or the larger T-Rex. That one I used as Rexy for the longest time before Mattel came onto the scene. And then I also have the original Hasbro Indominus Rex. That one I found at the flea market, and the whole lip part on the lower jaw is starting to come apart, and the mechanism didn't work, but I had to get it because it was my first Indominus Rex figure. Yeah, that one and the T-Rex are currently in a box somewhere. I also have the medium-sized Indominus Rex that came with the gyrosphere attack set. That one is also in that box too, but it's not really accessible for me to include it in this video. But yeah, those are just some other figures that I had but are not included in this video. Alright everybody, that's just about to wrap it up for this video. I had to find something to do on my channel since I haven't posted in a little while. But I hope you guys enjoyed taking a look at some other figures that I have with me that are not just, you know, Mattel and all that. But I had fun kind of taking a look at all these figures. Some of them I totally forgot I even had. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys again for the next one. All right, take care.